Alright, so I've been here before, and what I did last time is I went to that little window in the cliff there, and from that window in the cliff I could see some caves on the other cliffs over there, and so I decided I was going to explore those things. But on the way over here today I saw another cave up there, and it looked like maybe some cool features behind this, so I think I'm going to head up to that cave behind these cliffs, over to those caves, maybe back up to that window and back. Alright, so my plan is to explore some caves I found up here and over there and take like a circular route connecting them. Should be a pretty good adventure, probably a loop off trail the whole time, hoping to find a game trail or a cattle trail or something. I also planned on fetching water out of the creek, but the creek is dry. This water is water I got out of a creek in Yellowstone. Alright, that's probably 2 liters. It's supposed to be like 95 degrees today. Alright, so here is my loadout. So minus that 2 liters of water, I was at 45 pounds. Alright, plan is to make a loop, stop and visit some caves, some other awesome stuff. Hopefully avoid rattlesnakes. This is definitely rattlesnake territory and season. And these cicadas sound a lot like a rattlesnake when they're so loud. So yeah, so I'm going to be high alert. This is crazy. Yeah, the cicadas are loud, man. Like that one. Remember that one is super loud. I don't know if you can see her or not, but there's a pretty fat-sized black widow right there. So it's nice and hot and arid. Let's call that nice. I didn't really appreciate the deserts and the plains much before I went out and did that Sandwash Basin trip. But after that, I like it just as much as the big forest and stuff. There are so many animals and birds and stuff out that you just don't see them from afar. But when you're going off trail, you know, you walk upon them probably just as often as in the thicker forest. Oh, hey, look at this. But this is where I'm heading, up to that cave, right up there. The plan is going to be cross right here, head up to that ridge-ish, get to where it's steep, switch back into the cave, and then head back around it, back around that cliff, head over behind it to finish my route. I'll either have to come down onto those caves or up to the caves. Depends on which route I can find over there. That seems safest and efficient and funnest. I'm gonna head to that rock and take a rest. The beating sun is taking a toll. That beat the sun up the hill. And I took a gradual ascend, but so helpful. All right, so I got little reason to keep resting, probably as rested as I'm gonna get without a long break. So just gotta start switchbacking up that hill and then take a better break inside the cave if it's feasible. Kind of a neat overhang on the side underneath that big rock there. The spires, that big one splitting in two. There's my first destination. Alright, so why don't I check this cave out? First let's check out the view. And that's looking out of the cave. So I'm up here at the base of the cliff. At the entrance to the cave. Coming in to it. Looks like it's been dug by either animal or a person. Probably people because it's such a straight line. There's all kinds of bird poop here. Yeah, so this is the cave. It's kind of shallow, kind of big. Definitely enough to camp in if you want to dig through the bird poop everywhere. Alright, I gotta decide which way I'm gonna navigate this cliff to get to the next destination. And this is a lot steeper than I was hoping it would be. Alright, heading out. I think I'm just going to head farther away from camp and try to come around the caves the other direction. So I'll be going that way. So I'm going to try to meander maybe down between those rocks up along the cliff where it doesn't seem as steep. And then I'll try to go back on top of the cliff and over the top of the ridge. Alright, well, instead of falling all the time, I'm just gonna glissade down this cheat grass with the same glissading technique that you would in the snow, except for no ice axe. I hope I'm not ripping my pants too much or my backpack. Some of these rocks hurt. Yeehaw! Ow! Oh. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Ouch. That hurts. Just a little farther, and then we'll start cutting sideways. It's starting to hurt more than it is fun, so I'm gonna call this good. Hi-ho! So, I'm sure I can skirt around here farther, but it doesn't look super safe. It looks like there is some gulches coming down the cliff. Maybe I can make it, maybe I can't. It does seem like some hard work, but I don't really know what's the best option right now. I see kind of a lot of light coming over that way, so it makes me think That gulch might be the least steep. I guess I don't really know. I kind of want to try that one because it's right here. I can kind of see. Yeah, I think I'll go that way. So this is it right here. It's a lot of work to start with just to get to a lot of work to finish with, if I can finish. I'll give it a try. Hopefully I can get up to the top. If not, I got to come back down and go farther around the cliffs, which is even more energy, even more risk, and probably even more fun. All right, hi-ho. I got my radio on for safety. I got on the channel that I use with my radio to keep on my dog when I have him. But some chatter going on, so just turn it off. I guess I don't need it. But if somebody else needs some help, I won't be able to save him from where I'm at anyway. Whatever smell these plants have is strong and pungent. It's almost like hard to breathe it. So it's almost like a Sharpie marker. Chemical smell. Okay, this way looks the most climbable, but that way looks less steep. That way. I just got up that cliff a bit ago, heading back around, and I find that. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I gotta check this out for sure. So this is the one, that's the one I thought had more light coming through it, I think. But I came out right on the other side of this. So I came out right on the other side of that. That's cool. Yeah, I love off-trailing. It's so much fun. You get to find, I don't know, I found all kinds of stuff just on this little trip so far. You know, things that I've never seen out in the desert before. Some crazy flowers, black widows, arch, caves, a lot of stuff. You know, I was born in the same year Corporal Kelly was born, 1775. You know, it's not the years, it's the miles. Some of these miles have been rough and awesome. And this is where you are now. Having a rad time off trail. Hi-ho. There it goes. Bye-bye, Arch. So now I've changed the directions for the first time in a big direction change. I'm making kind of like a triangle or a loop. And I've gotten to the farthest point, I believe. And now I have to cut back and go find my way to another set of locations. And then I'll cut back again and head back to camp, unless I stay on the trail somewhere, which is likely, seeing that I have everything I need in my pack and I don't really know where I'm going or how far it is. And you know, that's how you get lost. So that's how you have a spontaneous camping trip. So yeah, I'll see what I got going, and then I'll decide if I'm going to make it back to my truck to camp, or if I'm going to just pitch up somewhere else. So there's a sign that I'm heading in the right direction. I passed underneath those fingers on the way up. I think there would be the other one over that way, but I think that's the one that was splitting in two. And so now I am above those, if my navigation is accurate. Wow, what a view, what a view, man. I know it doesn't look as good on camera as it does in real life, but these sun shadow angles are making these cliffs and plateaus and buttes and plains and valleys look pretty majestic. You know, I was just thinking, this is the kind of terrain where you expect to find some skeletons. It's got to be a deer, a skull, or some more bone somewhere. Nothing standing out. Okay, so that is not the cliff I'm looking for. I don't think it's farther back that way. It must be that one. So I'll have to finagle my way over that way. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be looking for a skull. I think that might be the axis. I don't really know. Piece of a rib. Femur. This is that cliff that I said I'm not going to. And there is another cave on it. Maybe two. So I kind of want to get a closer look, but I'm pretty sure. Yep, there's a cave on that cliff there. Two. So that's the one I'm going to go for. This one also looks like a very cool cave, but maybe I'll just scope it out from afar. From that vantage point, I can see 5 different caves. I'm going to neglect 3 of them and go to the 2 that are on the cliff that I was intending to. And I might find some more on the way, maybe, but I'm narrowing it down to those just for the factor of safety and time, I guess. Oh, cool. Got the spider web right in front of it too. Keep the mosquitoes out. Nice. That's a good spot. Bones in a shady hole. This place is full of these things. Yeah, that's cool too. Nice level spot. Another shady hole. Oh, bones in it. A bone in it. It's a cougar spot if I've ever seen one. I think I'm gonna go probably like zig, zag, zig. Feels so good to be in the shade, for sure. But it made me realize something. When I was out in the brown grass, it was really hot. I was in the sun, I was on a hill. when I got to more of this green stuff, I was in the sun, it was in the hill, it wasn't nearly as hot. And I realized the greener, the darker the green you're around, at least for me, I don't feel as hot as I'm out in the desert dry stuff. Here in the shade, it's obviously a bigger difference, but even when I was in the same steep terrain, just biggest difference was all the brown grass or some of these green bushes. And they're not even that dark. Just being among those bushes was a lot cooler. The hill was the same, the sun was the same. Temp felt a lot different. Okay, here, let's turn around. So this is where I'm going. This piece here, my 2 caves are on that cliff. This looks really steep and hard. I'm not looking forward to that. And I think I see a game trail over on this side here. So I'm gonna go up that game trail. I'm sure there's a pass on the other side of this peak here. So I'll go over that pass down there, and then I'll go to either the farthest cave than the closest cave, or I'll go to the highest cave than the lowest cave. Actually, yes, that's what I'll do. And then I'll probably come down that steep part, link back up to this valley, and head back to camp. And a femur. I think it's a femur. It's probably a cow. Here's a vertebrae. Surely a cow. Yes, I think I'm on a game trail, and I'll probably just follow it to that hill and up over the ridge. And then I'll descend down onto the caves instead of having to push hill up to the caves. This has been a super fun trip. If you're familiar with that phenomenon I just described of being in the dry grass and it's way hotter, it's like maybe the chlorophyll not being there doesn't absorb the UV heat, and with the green stuff, maybe that's enough chlorophyll to absorb enough of the heat from the UV that I can feel it. Maybe I'm just nuts. Yeah, comment below, we'll talk about it. Getting pretty parched, and this green patch down here where the dry creek bed looks like it probably has some buried water, so I might try to dig, see what I can filter. Last time I came here, this creek was flowing pretty decently, and I thought I'd be camping by the water, but if nothing else, I'll get back in my truck and go drive down to the bigger creek and filter some water there, but that's going to be a lot of time and distance before here and there. I'm going to start digging right there, I think. It's clay, hard clay. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, I'm going to call that a no. Probably for this whole creek bed. Last time I came out here, I got so much cheatgrass seeds up in my sock and the tongue of my shoe. It was horrible. I just threw those socks away. So this time I got these ultralight gaiters. Been helping for sure. Foot's getting a hot spot, so I'm just adjusting my laces and checking for cheatgrass. And I had these pants as well, but I didn't hook them. They have a little they have like a gator hook on the front, but I didn't use them last time. I didn't use that feature. Don't know if it would have worked or not, but these gaiters are definitely getting the whole thing, front and back, both sides, staying on tight, super light, and obviously helpful. So I've lost the trail. So I lost the trail. You know, from far away, I could see it pretty easy on the hill. The sun shining off it. But once I got on the hill, too close, I couldn't see it. Pushed off trail for, I don't know, halfway up the hill. I finally got back to the trail, and I'm probably over halfway up. So I just have a short way to go till I'm on the pass. I'm almost at the top. Resting in the shade, just feeling really good. And from this angle, I have a pretty cool vantage of seeing the kind of like the route I took, even though I can't actually see the route. But that overhang over there, I was looking at that from the other side of it. This little valley, it's from the creek I am camping by. I went downstream, over a pass, up a ridge, past that cliff thing there, switched back up to the cave. I went down below the cave, glissading, came up through a gulch that put me not at this pass, but behind that hill. On the other side of that is where I came to that arch. Then I zigged up the ridge over to these rock formations here, and I was scoping out those cliffs over there with my binoculars and these cliffs that I'm heading toward. And I came down from those cliffs. I'm not sure which one I was on, but I kind of like zigged. That first zig had me avoiding some exposed rocks that were, you know, harder to travel on and ankle traps. That zag got me down into the shade, was able to just have easy traveling. And then that last zig brought me, I'm going to say, right down in the deep part of that valley there. And then I kind of followed up this flat area over to the creek bed. And then I went uphill a little bit where I tried to dig for water. And I crossed right there. And the other side of this slope is where that trail was. I lost the trail. I was off trailing again for a little bit. I found the trail and it goes right about there. And then I just jumped off it to get to where I'm at now. I will head this way through that pass, down over that cliff to the caves, back down to the creek, and then out downhill back to my camp. And it's been hard and it's been fun. And I wish I would have brought more water. I wish I would have come earlier in the season with that creek being filled. Can't really do anything about the weather, but it's a hot day. Good stuff. It is time to scoop my boots and start making some progress. So the cool thing is that as I was making this hill, the sun was going down enough that the shade was almost like following me. That felt really good. It's another little shady spot in a hidey hole. These things are all over the place. Alright, something super cool just happened. Either a coral snake or a king snake or something like that. Kind of small underneath this rock. So I'm gonna see if I can just, there he is. I've never seen that before. That's neither. I don't think it's a king snake or a coral snake. Where you at, little buddy? Well, this is rattlesnake country, so it gets big enough, I'll have some food. Put this rock back like it was. Oh, jeez. Yeah, kind of cool. Still getting a good break with the shade. It's about to end, but I've been liking it so far. I'm trying to do most of my ascending in the shade. So that's about to come to an end. I hope. This hedge is kind of suspicious. I'm sure there's some kind of, it's probably a rattlesnake or something. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not sure which of these cliffs the caves are on, so I'll have to probably go in between them and then look both ways. I might have to go down a ways, look back up, and then come back up. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. So there's the path I just cut down. It's like all kinds of spires around here. I think I'm gonna go around this side first just because it's easy traveling. And the traveling is easy this way, so let me turn this around. Is this it? Uh-oh. Awesome. Wow. This is great. All right, so here's the view out of it. This is nice. Oh, awesome. All right. It's pretty decent. As far as caves go, would like to rest, but I also pretty hungry. I think I have enough water to cook. I don't. All right. This is a pretty cool cave. I'm a little exhausted, so I'm not enjoying it with the enthusiasm that I ought to. It's way cooler inside here. I think the way I came up the back of the ridge and then down through the pass is surely way easier than coming up. Food feels good, shade feels good, water feels good, rest feels good. Taking a load off my feet feels good. So I was considering I might have to camp in one of these caves. This one seems to be a great one to camp in. And I totally could if I had water. I thought the creek was going to be full, and that would have been easy just to top off right as I crossed. That's not how it went. I only got 2 liters for this hole. I don't know how far I've gone so far, probably as far as a map goes. And then straight, and I would say that's probably a mile away. Straight shot, whatever. Gotta get back, load up my truck, and then go drive to find some water. Well, this cave is really cool. I need a rest. Maybe I need a nap. If I take a nap, it might end up me waking up in the middle of the night or tomorrow morning. A nap should be out of the question. But it doesn't feel like it's out of the question. come back when the water is plenty, or bring more water. So this cave is way cooler than the first one, temperature-wise and neatness-wise. I was just too exhausted when I got here to express how fucking cool it is, but from that little wing, you can stand up in it. There's like almost like a sleeping chamber and then like a storage chamber. And this side, now that I've excavated a little bit, it's sleepable too. A shorter person could stand up in it, but I'll either have to hunch or hit my head. So I get dibs on that room when we come back. Shorter guy can have dibs on this one. All right, I got another cave to find, and then I got to find my way home, back to camp. The thing is, when I leave this cave, I don't know if I head out this way or that way to find the other, which is going to be hard traveling, risky business, unless it's the wrong way. Then I got to come back and cross this pass and go check out those cliffs over there. If I do that and I'm wrong, it might be easier than if I did that and I'm right. Gotta overthink for a little bit. As far as risk assessment goes, this way, if I'm wrong, this way is less effort and less risk. The matter is not being wrong, and I'm probably wrong. I can turn my radio back on. That way's the harder way. And that way's the easier way. But it's going to be harder to undo and redo. I know, I'm going the wrong way. Because I'm a sucker for punishment. It's getting harder. Yeah, it gets harder. All right, so maybe I'll even go back that way if it's the wrong way. Go down up the creek bed and then take less risk if I do it that way. All right, hi-ho. It's a cool cave. I'll have to find another one. Well, there was a cave over this way, so it wasn't necessarily the wrong way, even if it wasn't necessarily the right way. So, I'm checking this one out. This cave looks much bigger than the other one I just was at. Maybe not as big as the first one, but bigger than that last one. It looks like it's going to be. It's like a chute up there right behind it. It's kind of bizarre having such a thin wall. It's almost like a castle wall. Surely it's naturally made. Okay. Yeah, that's passage there. I'd like to go up it actually. Whoa. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, that cave is big. Much bigger than the one I just had. And there's the window in the cliff I saw it from my first time out here. Oh, my legs are cramping. Bones. Bones. Lots of bones. Wow, lots, yeah. Here the bones befall 50 men. Lots of bones, lots of bird poop. Whoa! Eggshell. I think that was a pigeon. It's an eggshell. It's the end of the cave. Probably. Whoa! Pigeon for sure. Back up there. Could excavate this piece out. Oh, rat poop everywhere. This cave is cool. This is probably cooler. It's cooler, awesome-wise, than either of those other two. Lots of bones in here. Still got some resident pigeons hanging out. I don't know why pigeons are eating bones. So obviously there's a chick up there. Maybe if there's an egg shell here. Can't get to it or see it. This is a cool cave. This cave is really cool. There's tons of little bones from like some kind of varmints, probably squirrels or mice or whatever. There's bird poop all over. I don't assume that the pigeons are eating. Well, they surely aren't carnivorous pigeons. Maybe the bones are baby pigeons. You know, maybe they grow them there and then something comes and gets them regularly and leaves the bones everywhere. Could be true. Man, that's cool though. That is a really cool cave. Like this is the side behind me. That's the looks like a castle wall on the other side. This trip was awesome. I think I kind of want to be done caving for today just because the effort getting to them. And I'm out of water. And I need water and I need food. That cave is awesome. Too tired to clear it out. I'm too tired to pitch a tent in it. I would stay in one of these caves if I had water. I have everything I need but water. And without the water, I won't be able to cook my dehydrated foods that I brought. And I need energy to recover from all that effort that I put in. Probably a little bit of sun exposed. Okay, I'm gonna go back down along this cliff towards the pass. I'll probably glissade down because it's gonna hurt my feet to cut that steep angle. And then I'll just head down to that creek bed. Hopefully I'll find a game trail or something. Some easy traveling, then just basically follow along the creek bed as it winds out. And then on the other side of that, not too far, is where I'm camped. And then I'll have completed a full circle that was more like a triangle that somebody kicked the side in of it. It's been awesome. It's been real. It's been fun. And it has been real fun. And I'm going to tally ho and get on my way. So a weird thing is, this is super steep, but it actually feels a lot safer going down, even though I'm slipping on the rocks. On the way up, I was slipping on the grass more, and that seemed a lot more dangerous. It's kind of weird. So, just gotta find a safe way to glissade down without going too out of control or smacking on some rocks where the grass is a little thicker and slipperier. And technique looks like that. I'm using that foot to find rocks, this foot for brakes, and my hand for gas, and dragging my ass on all the rocks I don't find. Going a little fast, picking up a lot of dust here. It's a good split between fun and painful. Too many rocks right here. Man, that stuff that I just crushed, it smells like tobacco. You can see the path I just carved down. It's one ass width wide. Yeah, there's way too many rocks here to... Oh, fuck. Oh, I just ate shit pretty hard. I don't know if anything's broke. I don't think so. Just a big baby of my fucking thumb. fucking thigh. Fucking right on a rock. Oh. I don't really want to try walking it off just yet. I want to see if it'll swell. The rock I happened to step on happened to roll a precarious way and tossed me onto another big rock that didn't give it all, like a cartoon. I don't know what happened to my thumb. It hit something. Yeah, it's swelling a little. That's probably the rock I just landed on. Gotta get back to camp. I'll probably check my wounds when I get there. The pain in my thumb and the pain in my thigh are not getting worse. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm just gonna walk it off. It's not sharp pain, it's not a shooting pain, it's just like a, I don't know, like a fell on a rock. I'm already over halfway down. Thumb is staying, it's not getting worse or better. Thigh is probably getting better. Bones, bones, bones. It's the top of a skull. Pretty far away from that first one, so it's probably not related. Walking it off is a good idea. It is working. This is getting flatter. The rocks are getting easier to spot. It's kind of a big relief just being able to see your obstacle. That's kind of one of the risks and the skill required of off-trailing. It's a skill you can develop. You gotta have like your four-wheel drive feet, like you have to start sprinting off trail. Kind of gotta earn your baby feet first. Alright. Yeah, so the rocks I'm having to find and try to avoid and smack my tailbone on and none of the fun stuff, so. Yeah. This feels good. Game trail. Wonderful. There's the two caves, the two I originally saw. There's the window that I hiked up to when I got a glimpse of those caves the first time I was out this way. It's really cool up there too. Oh, her mate or his mate's up on that peak right there. Can't tell exactly what they are. Some kind of eagle or hawk. It's too dark to see. Cattle gate. Most of the country folk know this, but you always got to shut the gate after you cross. No matter how hard it is to do, or how inconvenient, or how much of a hurry you're in, you got to shut the gate. I think that tip peeking out is the spire that had that big overhang in it. And I got to the creek bed here. This is fun. What a nice surprise. What a welcome sight. Especially with the sun being down. It's a cool spot, but my excursion was even cooler. So I might go find flowing water and camp over there. Alright, tally-ho. Feet are busted. The socks are awesome. Those darn tough socks, great. Terrain I was on was just super harsh. Scuffed through the pants. Yeah, it's swollen for sure. And there's like burst blood vessels or something. It'll get better. It feels great. Yeah, my thumb hurts, but I think the swelling on my thumb's already done. Yeah, that swollen part, It's like rolling over a football pad or something on there. A painful one. Those hydration packets make a big difference. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sleep here in my woobie. It'd be nice to have something softer on my leg. Maybe I'll just not lay on it. Probably can't tell, but I have my coat folded up a certain way to use as a pillow. And the hood is gonna be my nightcap. Pillow, nightcap. Yeah, I like it a lot. All right, good night. That's where the moon rose over that cliff. There's plenty of caves on those hills. So I'm gonna try to get to that cave by heading diagonally down here and diagonally up there. I think it's in the gap right there. This terrain is much funner than that other stuff. It's not looking like it anymore. I think it might be below this ledge that I'm on. But I'm already so close, I might as well check this out. Some wheat. Yeah, this is not it, but this is kind of cool too. Yeah, nice. Yeah, what a nice spot. Surprised there's no sign of humans. This is cool. I'm fully standing up in here. It's probably 10 feet away from the cliff wall. This is peculiar. Huh. It's all these strange little holes in this cliff, and it looks like there's been clay added to the wall, or maybe that's just how it comes. But it's really cool. Yeah, you can see like different textures, like almost like there was eggs that hatched or something. Really bizarre, really cool. I don't know what to make of that. Well, this is not the cave I was looking for, so I'm gonna tally ho and get to finding it. I'm gonna try to shimmy down this crevice here. I think I'm gonna go along the cliff wall. In the meantime, oh yeah, I can actually think I can see it over there. This is exciting. This wheat that I'm walking on is nice and soft. Wow. Wow, it is big and flat inside. That is awesome. Whoa! Oh my god. Got my flashlight. It's like some animal's drug itself out of there. So this wing is the one that exposed to the sun, and that one. That is a awesome cave. Wow, that's big. Wow. Nice. This is amazing. This is a really cool cave. Oh, here's a nest of something back there. There's a bunch of dead grass piled up into one of the corners. I can't really see what the rest of it is. There's another little way back there. Man, this is cool. It's hard to tell. Yes, I wonder what leaves that trail of dragging it. I don't see footprints on the sides of it, and it doesn't really look like a snake. It's probably not a lizard. Hoof prints, some paw prints, right there. That's not too big though. It's like the size of a coyote or more hoof prints, paw prints. Man, this is nice. This is awesome. And it wasn't that hard of a hike, but it kind of was a hard drive. Maybe somebody left some firewood. I don't see any signs of a fire. Piece of trash. Oh, that's been there a while. There's a little rock wall. Oh, this is awesome. So this is the fourth cave I've been to in this area. Yeah, I've seen plenty more than these 4 that I've been to, but these ones were just like I could, figure out how to get to them without too much risk. That's awesome. That's a really good, really fun adventure. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. All right, I think I'm kind of ready to start making my way home. Tally-ho.